ohina wagimi wagana ha pa dia se usa doma ene somahene ho a ebi di ho somahene no nanim se twade we nipa wono ti asante na asante de we na ni kro bia he de ne hida so o mahene no somahene ye ke nipa so somape
who happens to be the chief of Jamra and also the Mansingene of the Sampa Traditional Council. When you talk about a Mansingene, as the name implies, he is the, I would say, landlord. He was the first occupant of the area before the Sampa people came to him for him to give them a place to stay, where we have the current Sampa. We also have Nana Kwadwo Maksa II, Dormahene. He's also the Adontinhene. The Adontinhene, in the absence of the Sampa Mahene, is the acting president. So whenever the Sampa Mahene is not around, is the Adontinhene who chairs in his stead. We also have Nana Wuli Kofi Nana Kinkai, the Grunti-hene of the traditional, the Chidomhene of the traditional council. We have Nana Penchamen, the Grunti-hema, in fact, not only a Grunti-hema of the traditional council, but a gazetted Grunti-hema. The Gazette alone speaks volumes for itself. Then we have Nana Kofi Krufie, the Grunti-hene as well. And right behind me is the Abusuapanyin, Nana Abu Srigbo. We have Alhaji Isifu Traore also with us. We have Nana Techipoku, the Achiamehene as well. So without much ado, we open the floor to listen to why we are here. There's been some backlash, and currently as we speak, Sampa is on the verge of being a hotspot in the country. It started from somewhere where we want to draw the attention of the whole nation to. So I'll leave the floor for my brother here to give you the brief history as to what.
Distinguished members of the media, respected Nananum, opinion leaders, and the good people of Sampa and beyond, we greet you all and warmly welcome you. On behalf of the esteemed Nananum of the Sampa traditional area, we wish to express our sincere appreciation for your presence here today, especially the media, because your commitment to truth and responsible journalism plays a vital role in promoting peace, understanding, and transparency within our society. Nananom, having carefully observed recent developments surrounding the chieftaincy crisis within the Sampa traditional area, and as the legitimate authorities entrusted with the responsibility of safeguarding the dignity of our soul and the future of our people, it is considered necessary and appropriate to address the public through this press briefing. We therefore ask for your patience and attention as I now proceed to present the official position of Nananom on the issues at hand. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, today we speak not only with urgency, but with pain. We speak with the weight of grief, frustration, and deep anxiety for the future of our people. This is not a routine press engagement. It is a cry for justice. It is an appeal for protection. It is a call for immediate intervention. We direct this appeal to the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, because the Constitution places the safety of every Ghanaian ultimately in his hands. When a community feels abandoned, it is to the President that it must end. What is happening in Sampa is not a mere traditional disagreement. I repeat, what is happening in Sampa is not a mere traditional disagreement. It is a crisis that is festering, escalating, and threatening to spiral beyond control. The tension is real in Sampa. The pain is real. Sampa is not an insignificant village hidden from national view. It is a district capital with over 20,000 people. It is the administrative heart of the German North District in the Bono Region. It is the cashew hub of Ghana. It is vital border town that sustains cross-border trade with Côte d'Ivoire. Thousands depend on the peace of Sampa to feed their families. Today, that peace is fragile. For nearly 20 years, the question of succession to the paramount stool was subjected to patient and lawful mediation. The matter moved from family deliberations to the traditional council and ultimately to the revered Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the overlord of Sampa stool. Both the Samgba family and the Afia Takyiawaa family voluntarily placed themselves under his authority. For 2 decades, processes of consultation, arbitration, and customary adjudication were undertaken with discipline and respect for tradition. The Asantehene's role was not symbolic. It was decisive and grounded in customary law. The parties pledged to accept his determination. After this long and exhaustive process, the Afia Takyiawaa family was granted the right to nominate a chief. Nana Gyafla II was duly nominated and accepted. He was subsequently gazetted under the laws of Ghana. To gazette someone is not ceremonial. It is not symbolic. It is legal recognition by the Republic of Ghana. It affirms legitimacy under the Constitution and the Chieftaincy Act. It means the state recognizes him. It means the law protects him. It means institutions must respect him. Yet, what followed has been heartbreaking. So the question is, what are some people taking gazetting today for? Some people govern or under the rule of law, governed by the rule of law of Ghana, taking gazetting for. Instead of acceptance, there has been resistance. Instead of peace, there has been provocation. Instead of respect for the law, there has been open defiance. Powerful individuals, that is, people entrusted with high office and sworn to uphold neutrality, have, through actions and silence, created an atmosphere where lawlessness feels protected. And then came the violence. Before the Gazette was issued, threats were made publicly that there would be mayhem, that is, violent and needless disturbance, if the process continued. Those words were not empty. Those were not empty words. As if it was a joke, violence erupted. Lives were lost. Some members of the Afia Takyiawaa family were killed. Properties were burned. Vehicles were reduced to ashes. We are not speaking of statistics. We are speaking of human beings. Fathers who will never return home. Mothers whose voices have been silenced. Children who now ask questions that no one can answer. Families who run for their lives as flames consume generations of hard work. To this day, justice has not been delivered. The wounds remain open. Recently, despite lacking lawful authority, the same faction announced their intention to conduct funeral rites for the late Paramount Chief and Queen Mother. The Ghana Police Service, recognizing the volatility of the situation, sought and obtained a court injunction to prevent further escalation. This injunction was ignored. In full view of the community and with open participation of influential traditional authorities like the Dormahene, an appeal court judge, the Dormahene, a member of the Council of States, the regional minister who previously acted as counsel for the Samgba faction before assuming office, and the district chief executive, an indigene of Suma Ahinkro with allegiance to the Dormahene, have through their actions and inactions created conditions in which illegality appears protected and emboldened. And with the involvement of DCE, District Security Council, the prohibited rights were carried out. When court orders are treated as mere options, what message is sent to the ordinary citizen? When those entrusted with leadership disregard the judiciary, what confidence remains in the rule of law? The situation is worsening in Sampa. There are now active attempts to sell Sampa lands, despite a standing court injunction. Land in Sampa is not just soil. It is an identity. It is inheritance. It is for the future of unborn generations. Unauthorized land sales under unlawful authority risk planting the seed of conflicts that may outlive or outlive all of us. We say this with anguish. Enough is enough. Nana Gyafla II, himself as an appeal court judge, has consistently chosen restraint. He has pursued legal remedies. He has relied on mediation. He has exercised patience even after blood was shed. But restraint cannot substitute for the state protection. Patience cannot replace justice. When the Gazette is disrespected, when court injunctions are ignored, and when violence is not decisively addressed, ordinary people begin, the president stated, in relation to Boko, that government works only with gazetted chiefs. That statement gave us hope. We respectfully and passionately ask, let that principle live in Sampa as well. The law must not be dependent on geography or influence. It must stand firm everywhere. We speak with painful honesty. Sampa is showing the early signs of becoming another Boko. Ghana has witnessed the heavy cost of prolonged conflict, where lives were lost, communities divided, national resources drained through constant security deployments. We cannot afford another bleeding wound in our nation. You don't want it that way. Prevention always is less costly than repair. Mr. President, as Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, every life in Sampa is under your constitutional protection. The cries of our people rise to you. Mothers fear for their sons. Traders fear investing. Youth fear that violence may return at any moment. The air in Sampa is heavy with uncertainty. History will remember whether early warnings were heeded. We do not seek to inflame tensions. We seek to prevent further tragedy. We do not seek confrontation. We seek protection. We do not seek special treatments. We seek equal application of the law. We must state candidly that their conduct has not reassured the community of impartiality. When institutions appear compromised, citizens feel exposed. It is a human one. We call for immediate enforcement of court orders. We call for state protection for the gazetted Paramount Chief. We call for thorough investigation and prosecution of acts of violence and arson. We call for an immediate halt to unauthorized land sales. Above all, we call for justice that is swift, visible, and uncompromising. Sampa is too important to be sacrificed to impunity. Too many tears have already been shed. Too many homes have already burned. Too many hearts are already wounded. The people are watching with hope. The nation is watching. with concern. History is watching with judgment. We place this matter in the hands of the President, and under the authority of the Constitution he swore to uphold. May compassion guide the response. May courage enforce the law. May justice come before more blood is shed. Signed, Nana Wajomasa Kukwahini and Dormahene of Sampa Traditional Council, and Nana Abu Srigbo Abusuapanyin of the Afia Takyiawaa Royal Family. Distinguished members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your time, attention, and responsible and commitments to responsible reportage. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mipacho, Mebo and Semna Okayan Tofa, Ediama, Union, Media, and so. Dear Minianabeka in Nano, a background to and Semna Aircoso, Awo, Sampano. Even if you be baby, Sampa, Awo. Sampa enye sebi ekroketu bia ewo manche bia ordine ne ho. Sampa ye ka sei Ghana cashew dwedi ni nyina no eye Sampa enegina. Sampa ene Cote d'Ivoire ena ehye borders. Enti eye ekura edwedi a ekoso wo ho no eye edwedie kase between two countries. Na ensama ye kan ye ensama akoso ebro infi eduun so about 20 years na factions na train sa manso no I started wo efie omo eka ho asem go fie a movie to the traditional council so the muni mama mrene amane no ohene to na yeyi ohene fofora the kind bomb chrono, it will fear that you move it to the traditional council. Say, Yentia Huasia, not a call regional, we can say, House of Chiefs. Say, still, no, Intiasia, and yeah, Juma, you want to once more, it decided, say, obit me at the court. Now, Sampa in Semono, Sampa, my hine, or hina, or share a tune for, or say to acid direct. And someone come as a mumbo or Honamuvia, and this will tune for Peneso and Sana, yes, hine. And the pension India bar, and you tune for her, and you resolve all those issues. Now, a started Yana, Omunia, Kumasibra, yeah. I am part of the Akunyanima, Afia Takyiawaa Royal or Motua Sukuyi or Modi shared by Emma putting for edgy to me. A mamma Amania Crasso was side the train a man for Ewa Sampa. Every ababa beside a chair of himself, Ewa Kumasi. So, the traditional council in Ewa Ha. Or the backing of the traditional council because was shy at Rewo. Ama omo so esai e di atre nanano eye nana Samgba Gyafla enti de ekoso ni nyina no na sechere eno no na brofuka se minya no eye no omamuti ase so se ye ni na ewie ye no ebi ma ye sister na no omunti omuhu ase na nyankopon adom Omakonya Regional Minister. But before Regional Minister no so kra aban ebeba ko yin say Regional Minister no. And some cause we na ono Regional Minister and na eye omo lawyer. Enti ono akasa no wo the personal interest. And so ye Dormahene so esi amana ye no aso ni otumfo atwemanso. And then you won't yet this year. Now we bet me you soon. I be the tear or two for any or shall watch you. And Chabia, some young in tia, only as one more yet, Yanana, or free one a year, I was Sampa. Police for no situation decided, said, there be, Lady Kawaka Crowd Yahini. Dear Tosumi, a crowing moon, see a Bama Panyamawa, ye, dear Woyano. Police for it to an among call as in give your project, your believer friend said injunction. Our debaters is a moonjai, dear Moyano. Injunction no, Eba Yano, the regional minister, any the district chief executive. District chief executive knows you be a free Suma him grow. Dormahene so you be also at a council of state. Assembia si Ghana ha ono na ye hwese obeka mpeni for honya kwa kutu Ghana mine penny efo. Na say asama ba beto na police force munja ya. Dormahene ene Dormahene ene the regional minister ene the district chief executive. Etimi ka bonu ekwohye abrante na chi se chinchia onko so na wonye na eyi. Na yero kra wo ye wi a court ne beko asembia court e bitimi akwa akọbọ e dia to bed ye yo no check Ghana man peni adwene asisu ne se de boko de no otumfo de report come na ono akasa issue statement at all so say oma sebio ya Gazetted omo se ahemfo e no betimi ni omo e didwuma. Unfortunately there was Sampa no onye Gazetted. Nemu bi onye Gazetted no. Regional minister no so decide say obi make sure say so far as no nete akonya so say regional minister there. Kroni mo pa there o mani nsi ho. Na ekro no ebeye de na etumbo. Ye ka say enyememu aye din jama enkrofo wa Sampa. Obi efia bontia na nyem hihye no. Because obi knew the next moment here just because there is no level of security in the town. Because regional minister etimishe obi eti say ko na koye yi uye bia ye beko court ni akwa ko ba atwo ampa otwo aso ye minister yeti court timi bra injunction ama o decide say onfa ni die emma court no na be den de ni die e de ama constitution of Ghana yes our constitution to ana appoint to me ne kakra e de ama wo say hwe na tena e ho no enti de na no mo ha no mo kan nyina ne say gidie pa de omuni ba ku sei e wo regional minister ni and na omuni bi so e wo ni DCE no so because omama ade say attention ne pa de omo nfa bi enye adwuma na emu ye oman kasa epe ene de omo susu na omo de beye adwuma e wo ho enche bebre ewudie bebre akoso before kra Ghana mra ebe Gazetted na Samgba Gyafla no obi ko ye press conference over ka say omo be dani pro ni se boko ampa omo eye wie ye nso a omo kunkum bi pa wo ho ya hyehi afie ya hyehi edwani na wo ekrom ho ebesi ne police for entini nchi ni pa ba kunko no aka say ogbo amaya ye investigations enti ya frame wa hanom a na de nananom ebe so omo de to moanim eno no ya damase. So we open the floor for questions if any. Our friends from the media, any question? Yes, sir. Patrol, say you key and one my a bro for so, but to go here on him with your food so by. Begin your go bass and criminals. As I you the TV, then I want to choose me catchy. How brothel. That's no UK. Now, you sat, and I say,
Say, Obi, a young was on my hand, Wabra, on your mind now. Port and Remuno, actually saying, I just saw a criminal. It's in Italy and who said, on my hand, or your mind may you are playing glass with him. Again, and I'm over mood. I think so.
Oh, here, what you mean? Wagana ha pa dia se usa doma ene somahene ho a ebi di ho somahene no nanim setwade we nipa wodo ti asante na asante de ya sante de ya de we na ni ko bia hin de ne hinda so o mahene no somahene ye ke nipa so mape